Okay. Um, you didn't have to watch. Well, now I tell you, but you really didn't have to watch that previous diatribe, the 10-minute spiel that I went off on. But I just think it's important that uh, as part of your college experience, I know some people say, well, professors should just keep their mouth shut and just talk about what they know. Well, I do know. I do know about the military. I spent 24 years in it, and still honor it and still love my Marine Corps. I've been an NFL football fan for a long, long time. I'm just not anymore. Um, all and just the only thing I regret is with an online classes we can't have an open debate. You can't sit there and say, well, wait a minute, Doc, you're way off base there. Okay, great. That's part of that's part of the whole college experience, I think. All right, so anyway, well, let's talk about the concussions here. Now we're now going to calculate the impulse. Now again, so here we go, and the only thing I'm going to do with this problem that's a little bit different than I'm going to stop because all we need to really look at is question 15. All the rest is just the same as before. So let's look at problem 15 real quick. We're now going to calculate the impulse force and acceleration on the head during an NFL football tackle. The mass of the human head is about 5 kilograms. Okay, punt returner is running at 17 miles per hour. All right, that's pretty quick to be running and dodging people, but 17 miles per hour. Again, you're going to have to convert that to meters per second, and you know that is hit in a head-to-head tackle with a linebacker. His final velocity was 11 miles per hour in the same direction after the collision. In meters per second, and then he's falling down. In meters per second, what is his change in velocity? Okay, so his change in velocity is going in the same direction, so that's not hard. I forgot, I changed the problem up a little bit. And then as a sidebar, one of the metrics in the video I didn't quite understand was the deacceleration of 14 miles per hour. I didn't know what that meant, unless that meant he went from 17 to 3 miles per hour or something like that. But, I just kind of changed it. I didn't know what they were meaning by that. So you know how to do this, convert to meters per second. You know how to do this, convert to meters per second, subtract them, multiply them by the 5 kilograms. Answer there, and then the rest of, that you just want the change in velocity here, and then the impulse, which is their change in momentum, same thing as their change in momentum is here. And then what's this? Notice in this situation we have a more massive object, the head moving much slower, but it's more massive, so we still get some tremendous forces. Okay, and the duration, that's the key. The duration of the collision is so short, it's such a short pulse that's what really causes the damage. And that's why they have all this padding. However, and I'm just going to throw this out here. One more little diatribe for me. However, I read an article in Sports Illustrated. I was on board. I was, a Marine floating around on board ship. So this is probably about the fourth time I read that Sports Illustrated. But anyway, and back then, I avoided the long articles. I just wanted the stats and see who won what. But anyway, and it was a very insightful article about the injuries that were going on in football. And this is like 30 years ago, 25 years ago. And comparing the head injuries and the concussions that occur in football compared to rugby. And there's no comparison. Rugby does not have that many head injuries. I mean, every once in a while, the guys will bump heads or something like that. But for the most part, in rugby, there's lots of little broken bones, broken noses, a missing tooth here and there, lots of ripped cartilage and things like that. But it's all injuries you can walk away from without much trouble. So anyway, my daughter, I'm sorry, I've got my thing on, and my daughter loves playing with what is that Snapchat thing with her new baby. But anyway, God, I lost track of what I was thinking. Oh, read the article that to reduce the injuries in football is not to increase the padding, but take it all away. Completely remove any of the padding. Actually, in 1905, President Roosevelt, almost banned football because college men were dying while playing it, and they changed the rules. The NFL would become much, much, much safer if they just get rid of special teams play, just like you do in when you're doing a scrimmage. Just set the ball, no special teams play. Now that would mean a lot less players are needed. That would mean a lot less coaches are needed. That would mean all kinds of things would change. But women's football leagues actually have that in place, and their concussion things are way, way lower. So, all right. I think we've discussed everything. I think we're good. So enjoy.